All rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Justice case number JVB 1036, Martinez case.
Thank you.
You welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Ms. Martinez,
Yes, ma'am.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I'm here to put Daddy on child support.
That's his name, Daddy?
Well, that's what I call him.
Okay. Right. All right. So how many children do you and... I'm sorry, I'm not going to refer to you as Daddy. Sir, what is your name?
My name is Dave.
Dave. Mr. Dave. You're putting Mr. Dave on child support.
Correct.
Okay. How many children do the two of you have?
We have one.
Okay. And what's the backstory? Like, was he not paying? I mean, what was going on?
Okay, so we met a while ago in my hometown. He actually works...
All right, folks, let's dive into another intriguing child support case. Miss Martinez has come forward seeking child support from Mr. Dave for their child. According to Miss Martinez, their relationship started off as a casual arrangement, with Mr. Dave providing her with $1,000 a week. However, when she became pregnant, things took a drastic turn. Mr. Dave abruptly cut off all financial support, leaving her to manage everything on her own. Now, she stands before the judge, determined to hold him accountable for his actions. As the case unfolds, the judge listens attentively, taking note of the unusual circumstances surrounding this situation. Both parties are clearly at odds, and the tension in the courtroom is palpable. With Miss Martinez firmly seeking justice, and Mr. Dave perhaps attempting to explain his actions, the atmosphere is thick with anticipation. What will the judge decide? Will Mr. Dave be held accountable for his lack of financial support, or will the case take a different turn? Stay tuned, because this one is bound to get interesting as both sides make their arguments.
In a position where it allows him to travel a lot. He just so happened to be in my hometown, and we kind of met at a bar. We kind of had a few night stands, something like that. And we kind of got an arrangement to where he would basically provide me with about $1,000 a week. With a week, yes, a week. So with my allowance, it allowed me to begin to do my position as a stylist. And when I told him I got pregnant, he cut me off. And now he doesn't want to take care of our child. We already got a DNA test and he knows it's his child. So I don't know what the problem is. So I'm here to put him on child support.
Okay, so you lost me at the $1,000 a week part. Was that for you only?
For me. He was kind of looking for something that allowed him to have pleasure and, have fun while he's in my hometown. And I was okay with that, because that's kind of what I wanted. I didn't want anything serious, like as far as, commitment and marriage and all that good stuff. So we decided to just have fun. And now he wants to cut me off because we have a child together and he doesn't want to take care of him.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to address the $1,000 a week part because that has nothing to do with why we're here. I just want to know about the child support part. Is there a reason you haven't been giving her financial support for the child?
I never agreed to child support.
Okay.
I agreed to the fun part, and fun time's over.
So now that the fun time's over, the adult time begins, which is caring for the child.
I never agreed to have a child with her.
Okay, you probably didn't, but you guys were having fun and had a kid, right?
He wasn't complaining when he was up in there.
Okay, so you guys had a child.
Well, there's no reason to complain, but yes, ma'am.
If we want to get into that, let's not start.
Miss Martinez lays out her case with a steady but firm voice, explaining that her relationship with Mr. Dave was purely casual, with him providing $1,000 a week in exchange for her services. However, when she found out she was pregnant, everything changed. Mr. Dave immediately stopped the payments and severed all financial ties, leaving her to struggle alone to raise their child. Determined to ensure her child receives the support he or she deserves, Miss Martinez took the legal route to demand child support. She emphasizes that a DNA test has already confirmed Mr. Dave as the father, leaving no room for doubt. With this undeniable proof, Miss Martinez is now standing before the judge, demanding that Mr. Dave step up and fulfill his financial responsibilities as a parent. As she finishes, the tension in the room intensifies, and all eyes turn to Mr. Dave, who is preparing to defend himself. But Miss Martinez refuses to back down, and with the weight of her child's future on the line, the stakes couldn't be higher. Will Mr. Dave take responsibility, or will he continue to avoid his duties? The courtroom holds its breath as the battle for justice and responsibility unfolds.
Please don't, because I don't think I have time for that today. I would have to, set aside some special time to hear all of this story. So we're just going to focus on the important part, okay? Now, the child, whether you agreed or signed up for child support, you have a child. You need to take care of that child financially.
Your Honor, I would like to say something. I don't want to make this personal aspersion on her character. How do I know that's my child?
Well, you already had a DNA test. It's been confirmed that you're the father. You forgot about that?
Evidently, it slipped my mind. Yes.
Oh, okay. You're probably having too much fun. But again, you have a child now, and you're going to pay child support. So let's get some information from you. How much do you make a year?
I make a good year up around 108.
108,000. Okay. And health insurance. Who carries the child on health insurance?
I
He
carry.
does.
Okay. And how many children do you have besides this one?
I have 2 children.
2 children. Okay. So we can give you credit. Well, how old are your children?
They're not in the house. They're adults.
Okay. That wasn't my question. How old are your children?
How old?
Yes.
One's 30, one's 35.
30. Okay. So definitely none under the age of 18.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So let's do some math here. Looks like your gross comes out close to $9,000 a month. Your net is about $6,436.81. That gives you, giving you credit for health insurance. And you said how much was it?
Health insurance about, I think it's around 200.
Okay. So I'll give you credit for the health insurance that you carry on the child. That will bring your child support obligation to $1,287 per month. And that's all he has to pay.
Mr. Dave stands up with a confident but defensive demeanor, attempting to justify his actions. He argues that he never agreed to have a child with Miss Martinez, claiming their arrangement was purely casual and that he had no intention of becoming a parent. While he admits that the DNA test confirms he's the father, he insists that he shouldn't be held financially responsible, stating that consent to a relationship doesn't automatically mean consent to parenthood. His argument hinges on the idea that a casual arrangement should not come with long-term commitments or obligations. The judge, however, is not swayed by Mr. Dave's excuses. Her expression hardens as she reminds him firmly that parenting is a responsibility, not a choice, and that legal obligations do not simply disappear because of personal preferences or feelings. The judge's words make it clear that Mr. Dave's dismissive attitude and lack of accountability will not be tolerated. As the tension in the room builds, the silence is palpable, with everyone watching closely, waiting for the judge's ruling. It's evident that the court is focused on ensuring the child's needs are met, regardless of Mr. Dave's reluctance to take responsibility.
I mean, it's like a cut to me, but it's fine. I mean, I got my business, I can take care of my child, but I just didn't think it was fair for him not to have an obligation to our child.
I definitely agree with that. He definitely has an obligation to the child in terms of what you all may have going on in fun times. That has nothing to do with me, and I can't do anything about that.
Your Honor, may I say something?
Yes, make it quick.
I have another life besides this life. I have 2 wonderful kids, a wife, and
Wait a minute.
I need to focus on that life.
Wait a
I don't
minute.
need to focus on this life.
Did you just say you were married?
Yes, Your Honor.
Does your wife know about this 1-year-old?
If this is televised, that might be a factor later on, but at this point, no.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes.
you were literally at my house yesterday.
Okay, well, you know what? You guys are not going to fight in front of me. So
Sorry.
what we're going to do is, do you have any more questions?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions pertaining to your child support? Not anything else. No fun time, nothing like that.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
The judge doesn't hold back in delivering her ruling, and it's both swift and decisive. She calculates Mr. Dave's child support obligation based on his annual income of $118,000, ordering him to pay $1,187 per month without delay. Additionally, she mandates that he provide health insurance for the child, ensuring proper medical coverage moving forward. The judge makes it clear that while Mr. Dave may have viewed his arrangement with Miss Martinez as casual, it does not excuse him from his legal responsibilities as a father. His personal views on the situation are irrelevant when it comes to the law, and neglecting financial support simply isn't an option. Her ruling is firm but fair, with the child's well-being prioritized above all else. The judge also emphasizes that Mr. Dave's personal life, including his marriage, has no bearing on this case, reinforcing that financial responsibility is not a matter of convenience. With a final statement, the judge leaves no room for argument. The law is clear, and Mr. Dave must comply. As the episode wraps up, the call to action is clear. If you or someone you know finds themselves in a similar situation, don't hesitate to seek legal help. After all, children are raised on child support, and every ruling carries long-term consequences. Justice isn't just about fairness. It's about securing the future of the child, ensuring their needs are met, and upholding the responsibilities of parenthood.